is that I spent time, there's at least one trail on the north rim of Grand Canyon, that there had been a fire there 20 or 30 years earlier. And even at the point, and it was, well, it was one of the trails I like to head out to when I was looking for people to talk to, because only the people interested in something unusual took it, because it was not in the forest. It was in an area that a couple of decades before had been a serious burn. But even at that point, so here an example, Yellowstone is an example of something that in the areas that were burned, the Douglas fir were already coming up. You know, within 10 years you had 10-year-old Douglas fir. Well, that was because you had a fire that was hot enough to burn things down and to activate the Douglas fir, but not hot enough to burn roots or seeds that were in the shallow soil. Whereas the fire in one of the areas north rim, that even 20 years afterwards, it was still just low. There were occasional trees that probably were ones that survived, but for the most part, it was still open area that had, brambles, and it was not, trees were not coming up. Even though it was an area that Douglas fir should have colonized, it was probably such a hot fire that it took out. And the question, of course, one of the questions would be is it ever going to recover? And those are questions that they're asking in places in New Mexico too, because those places where they have those extreme fires, they're so hot that they may have taken out, they may have permanently altered that secondary succession process. Now in the case, this is a general process because of course, here in Arizona, usually when you get to the tops of the mountains, you have conifers, you have boreal forest. Up in the plateau, up on the Mogollon Rim, up to